Hey friends, time for your English language arts lesson for today. Today you're going to work on a skill called Label the Rhyme Scheme, okay? And this is skill L1 on IXL Language Arts. So a rhyme scheme is a way of tracking the patterns in a poem's rhymes. So for example, I like cats, especially in hats. The two words that rhymed were cats and hats. Let's imagine that I added a second part to that rhyme where I said, how about you? How do you do? Then the word you and the word do rhyme, but they have a different rhyme from hats and cats. So if you were labeling the rhyme scheme of that poem, you would do AA, BB. The A's would be the rhymes that ended in ATS, and the B's would be the rhymes that ended in the OO sound. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to look at some poems and figure out how to label the rhyme scheme. So here's example 1. They will give you the letters that haven't been sort of put in place in the poem. And then what you have to do is read through the poem and figure out what different rhymes there are. Okay, so let's do this one together. When you and I were young, we knew... And here there's already an A here. So in the easier ones, they're going to give you the first few letters. So they're saying that A represents the OO sound at the end of words, okay? When you and I were young, we knew to shout and laugh, to work and play. So this word play ends with an A sound, and they're telling you here that B will be representing the A sound words, okay? And night was partner to the day. Okay, well, based on what we just said, probably you're going to drag this B over to this box because play and day rhyme. In all our joys, so swift time flew, and flew rhymes with new. New is an A sound, so flew is an A sound, so you drag the A over, okay? So basically what you're doing is you're tracking which words in the poem rhyme, which lines rhyme with each other, right? So in this case, the first and the fourth line contain rhymes, and the second and the third line contain rhymes. So the A rhymes are at the first and fourth, and the B rhymes are at the second and third. So what's the rhyme scheme? It's A, B, B, A. So that's how poets and people who read and talk about poetry would refer to a rhyme scheme. They would say, this poem has an ABBA rhyme scheme, okay? And there's almost an infinite number of rhyme schemes, and let's also remember not all poems rhyme. But right now, this only skill that you're learning is how to label a rhyme scheme. So let's move on to the second one. In the later examples on IXL, you will notice they don't give you any of the rhymes. So you have to figure it out on your own entirely. Now notice in this one they had sort of hinted that words ending in OO will be A, and these words that end in A sound will be B. They're not going to do that for you in the later examples, so we have to figure out how to do it on our own. So let's read the poem together first. 'Twas the 4th of July, and the weather was dry, and not a cloud was on all the sky, save a few light fleeces, which here and there, half mist, half air, like foam on the ocean, went floating by. So, how many different sounds did you hear coming at the end, right? There were basically 2 different sounds that were rhyming. You had words that ended in an I sound, and you had words ending in an air sound. Okay, so that's 2 types of rhymes, which is why you see A's and B's. In this case, there are no C's, but you might, in other examples, see multiple letters besides A and B, depending on the rhyme scheme. So, you always want to start with an A. Whatever the first rhyme is, always gets the A. So, 'twas the 4th of July, drag an A over. And the weather was dry. Well, dry rhymes with July, A. And not a cloud was on all the sky. Those all rhyme. So another A. Save a few light fleeces, which here and there. Okay, this does not rhyme with these. bring a B down, right? That's your next letter. You're going to assign B to whatever the next sound is besides the A sound. Half mist, half air. That sound is the same as this one. Put the other B there. Like foam on the ocean, went floating by. Once again, July, dry sky, by. Your fourth A goes down there. Okay? This is honestly like one of the more intuitive skills that you will learn. It's important to understand how to talk about it. So if you're ever asked what is the rhyme scheme of this poem, you would say the rhyme scheme is A, 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 B, B, A. Right? Because it was A, 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 B, B, and then another A. There are some rhyme schemes that are more popular and used often, and then some that are like really rare. The ABBA is really, really popular. ABAB, also very popular. AABB is somewhat popular, and there's more. There's so many more, but I'm not going to bore you. I'll let you go. So it's skill L1. Good luck, and I'll be watching. Bye, friends.